WWT6 News is in Glenwood, Iowa, digging for new details about an altercation Sunday.
As we have been reporting, the new principal of Glenwood High School, Richard Hutchinson, was in a confrontation outside of his home with a group of 6 people. Hutchinson and his stepson were injured in a fight. Colton McDaniel was among the group of 6 people. He was shot in the leg, and he says Hutchinson's stepson did it.
McDaniel says the altercation was a misunderstanding, that Hutchinson overheard someone in his group using the N-word on a cell phone as they were walking by. But a witness tells us about hearing people in the group directing racial slurs at Hutchinson. So where do we stand at this hour?
Our Brandon Scott spent the day in Glenwood, and he is there now and joins us live. Brandon?
Mallory and John, just a few hours ago, we learned that charges could be filed in this case, and those charges could be filed as early as tomorrow. We still don't know exactly what those charges would be or who would face those charges, but the county attorney tells us investigators are slowly making progress, figuring out exactly what happened here and who should be held responsible. Meantime, tonight, this community is still on edge and still in disbelief.
I think it's crazy, in a small town like this, and it just shouldn't happen at all.
In the small, picturesque town of Glenwood, Iowa, violent crime is rare. Potential hate crimes rarer still. So days after Sunday's altercation, which left several people injured, including the high school principal, residents are talking and wondering how it could happen here.
Well, I think it's a shame. I really do. And I don't understand why it happened. I really don't.
But it is a shock to the community that something of this nature would happen here in Glenwood.
For Mills County Attorney Tricia McSorley, Sunday's alleged crimes are bad enough, but it's what's happening now that she believes is even worse. Sources tell 6 News one of the biggest concerns now is intimidation. So law enforcement is stepping up patrols near the principal's home and here at the high school after threatening messages have appeared on Facebook.
There are several Facebook posts from friends or family members of those involved saying that they're going to take the matter into their own hands, or if this was them, they would have done this, and they're gonna get back at the family members in their own way, and if the law enforcement doesn't handle it, they're going to, and so I think that just raises the level of concern for everyone.
In fact, officials here took those Facebook threats so seriously they actually investigated them and shut down a meeting of people who were planning what the county attorney calls vigilante justice. Now tonight, those people could face charges as well. And coming up at 6:30, John and Mallory, we will have more details in this story and more details on these new threats here in Glenwood.
All right, thank you, Brandon. Brandon Scott reporting live in Glenwood, Iowa.